Welcome back to Spaz on Wheels. I am making a run to White Castle.
Looks like you guys had some night, huh?
I want 30 sliders, 5 French fries, and 4 large cherry Cokes.
I want the same, except make mine Diet Cokes. Chuck.
Wow. Well, that comes to $46.75.
I introduced my wife, Bubbles, to White Castle, and we're going to watch them. Harold and Kumar go to White Castle this evening because she's never seen it either, and give her all those references as well, so that should be fun. And hopefully later on today my video will finally be uploaded. Had some snafus with my edit, and then just having some struggles with getting enough upload bandwidth on any of my internet providers here in Kentucky right now. Like, I think I'm getting like Starlink, you maybe get sometimes 20 megs per second up, and it's just not enough to do, especially 4K videos. If you want to upload them at 4K, even 1080p, it takes a while. And then T-Mobile and all my other internet providers, because that's the one challenge of being on the road, is you don't have fiber optic. You're either Starlink or some cell phone provider. So I have a few options. I use them all. So we have T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, and then Starlink on top of all of that. So I should have internet no matter what, but it's just a matter of how much. More download than you have upload. So you sort of do that typically overnight. You try to upload. That way, one, you're not bogging down your network while you're needing to work or kids have to do school, that kind of stuff. But so since I did the last video, we did get out to Mammoth Cave. I'll give you some footage of that. It's like 540 stairs, so got to see if my body would hold up to it. And it did. And then the next day, I fell down the stairs of the camper, so that was fun. And a little bruise on my back, and just stairs were wet, and whoop, right off the edge. I missed all the grip tape. So.
Just do me a favor, you want me to steer on a fall. I can deal with stairs. And on top of us.
Looks like I need some go-go juice. Gonna have to make a stop and get some go-go juice on the way back. Either that or I just push it and hope I can get back. So I'm going over to, I think it's Glasgow is the town I'm going to. So, which is like 20-ish minutes away. And I'm right across from the Diamond Caverns. Let me shut this down so we can get this going. All right. So the last video I did have the audio going from into the camera for the first bit, and then found out the issue where it doesn't automatically reconnect. So you just basically got to leave it running. But if you're doing like a long road trip with this Insta360 and you're trying to do the Cardo to it type thing, I think your best option is to get the mic adapter. And I might still get it. I have a Purple Panda mic I can tuck back in my helmet and all that good stuff. But you really could burn through your battery if you're trying to run it. You know, if you're on a long road trip, you only get like maybe an hour, depending on what quality you're shooting at, all that kind of stuff. But you're gonna want to, usually most people are gonna want to turn it off, turn it on when they see something interesting or want to talk about something. So I think the best option still might be having the mic adapter on. I wish it would just auto connect, and you wouldn't have to futz with the screen and turn Bluetooth back on, but I'm guessing they're trying to save battery power as well, so I get it. So it's the middle of the week where it's Wednesday. I'm just got done with work a little early because I've been working since 4 a.m. and all that fun, so going back to the video I shot on last weekend, I did send out an inquiry to Settlement. I'm waiting on a response back from them still, just trying to get them to figure out, like, I want to do a custom order because I want to get the pillion with the gel and everything. But living in Spaz for only 3 weeks at a time means I sort of need the shipping change potentially depending on how long the build cycle takes. So hoping to hear back from them still this week. Send it on the weekend. Not sure when they're going to get to it, but we'll see how fast it takes them to reply. Maybe, I don't know if they have a phone number. Maybe I could call them too, but ideally I'd be able to get it built and then they could call me and get a address and I could have it shipped to the campground that I'm staying at to make my life easier than having to pay shipping and again, because basically it would go to my mailbox in Texas through my mail service, and then I would have to forward it to wherever I am, and I have to pay for that forwarding. So, get expensive based on weight and all that kind of stuff and box size. So, and most campgrounds will only take UPS or FedEx, and you can't go USPS. And I think that's more of a USPS postal service problem. That like they don't want to send it to somebody who's not registered at the address. I get it, but we're on our last week here. We'll leave on Saturday and head down to Natchez Trace, and then I might drive up to Nashville area to play a dart tournament that they've got going on there, and I'll probably take the bike for that because it looks like it'll be one. It looks like it's going to be a good ride, and two, I'd it's easier to park this than a dually truck, so. So I'm going to go all in on the social media side and try to get this YouTube stuff going. Seeing a lot of other people that are doing travel stuff with RVs. So question to the audience here, and I think I've sort of posted this before, is do I run two channels? One for the RV lifestyle side of it, and one for the motorcycling side of it. So moto vlogging versus RV life. Or do I just combine it all and mix it in? I don't know how that'll work, algorithm-y stuff, all that kind of stuff, as well as just, subscribers, right? So I've only got 165 subscribers, which I appreciate very much. I'm sure some of the people are from my travels, and some of them are just my friends, because I do mention it occasionally to people. I haven't posted a video in a year, until just recently. I'm going to be posting another one, so. That'll be the big update video, which if you haven't seen that, you can go back to the one right before this one and see, what the update was from there from a year earlier. So, lots of curves on this road. I don't think I went this way last time. I think I went highway last time. So this is completely a different route than I've ever been to Glasgow. So as subscribers, what do you think? Do I run two channels, one for RV, one for motorcycle vlogging? Or do I just put it all together and you just all, sort of live through my experience and my family's experience as we do this? Most of the content would still fall into the moto vlog area, but some of it will fall into travel. I mean, most moto vloggers are actually like, they'll do a trip and they'll do video of like a restaurant that they ate at, or an event that they went to, or that kind of stuff, right? So, like Her Two Wheels did a video recently of doing a day trip over to a hot dog stand, a very unique one. Ooh, all the rocks. Everybody in this state drives over the line in the curves. You got to be careful. I've seen it a lot in the last couple weeks, so I thought it was just a happenstance thing, but nope. Seen it way too much now. I'm gonna try to get better at putting agendas together before I go on a ride, or when I'm gonna do a moto vlog, and make sure I have somewhat of a order of thoughts. But my ADHD brain sort of kicks all over the place, so I sometimes jump all over, and I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna try to get better at it, but that's just part of my personality too, a little bit. So. Let's get some sliders. Sliders. Usually it's the drunk food. Kids are going to try, so we're going to try a whole bunch of different ones. We got a whole variety pack. Ordered a 30 pack of variety sliders. So, and we'll see how these all go. Got some breakfast ones too, don't ask why. You know, people like breakfast. Some. Oh yeah. It's the White Castle. Nope, that's not where I want to go. Gotta go over here. When you don't know the roads, you gotta pick the right lane. So in this episode of Spaz Goes to White Castle. So apparently this White Castle, my wife got obsessed with it after having it last night, after my dart tournament last night. And she realized that it actually originated in Kansas, but there are none in Kansas anymore. So like Wichita, Kansas, I guess. Did not know that. Let's go get my burgers. Let's hope I can fit them in the bike. All right, let me get out of the helmet here. Just to make sure, let's count them. One. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 9. 9. 6, 6. That's a 6. 9, 9, 18, 18, and 6, 25. There should be 5 in here. There's 6 in there. That's fine. It's close enough. We're close. Looks good. We'll figure it out when I get home. Alrighty. The feature that I got on this bike that I did not expect to use as much as I do is hill assist. So right now I'm on a downward slope, whether the camera shows you that or not, at a stoplight. And I love just pulling that brake in and letting it lock itself up. I hold the clutch in. It's got to be in gear, of course. It doesn't work in neutral. That'd be weird if it did. But, yeah, I end up using it all the time. Never thought I'd use it. But it gives you that extra hand-free and relax one of your hands. So, it's worth it. My only fear is it locking up. That's my biggest fear. I'll tell you what, it scared me the first time I accidentally found it. I didn't even realize the bike had it. And, sitting at a stoplight, I hit, and I'm like, my bike won't move. It's locked up. And then as soon as you let the clutch out, she kicks back in. I'm like, oh, never mind. I'm just an idiot. Well, then you get a yellow amber light on your dash, and you're like, what did I break? I didn't have the camera running, but when I was in, I did have it running inside for a little bit, and then I think I have my Pack Talk turned on, or my Cardo Pro, whatever it is, my Cardo Pro set to auto turn off, and so when it turns off, the camera disconnects and stops the video. So I saw my camera go from red to blue. But when I was in there, a gentleman, and I get this a lot, is like apparently a lot of people getting wrecks around here. This area is very much a car location, like Bowling Green being a Corvette, like I think it's Corvette. The Corvette Museum's here, so I'm assuming this is where all the Corvettes were made originally, or where it started, or where they're mostly produced, one of the 2, or 3, or 4 options. But yeah, I mean, I can see it with the cars crossing the center line for me. That scares me a little bit. And they drive like 10 miles over the speed limit usually. But I've been in worse traffic, so I ain't worried about it. I drive through Chicago once, drive through Dallas once. Um, there's a lot more crazy drivers everywhere. Missouri side, similar Missouri, Kansas, right on the border of Kansas City, right there. That some of those highways are like little racetracks. The way people drive. We're gonna push the limits. I got enough gas to get home, but maybe I'll take some gas out of the toy hauler. I got gas sitting in it still for the generator.
Well, so this is the first time my Pack Talk Pro disconnected from the Insta360 during recording, so hopefully this doesn't happen in the future.
Alrighty. Well, I don't know if I got any recording done or not, so either way, I'm gonna end this video. I'll have some other footage maybe, but no audio. But I reconnected again. This is the one downfall of the Insta360 and what it does when you stop a video or your Cardo turns off and it doesn't just auto reconnect at all. At least in the mode I've got it set up right now. And I can't use it as secondary phone because when I do it as secondary phone, every time I do it, I can't play my music. My music doesn't come through my headset. It goes off somewhere into La La Land, even though it's on phone 2. I'll maybe play with it some more when I'm not driving and messing around, but I do like it when it works. But having a mic hooked up would be better for that. Hit the button and record whenever you want to, and not have to worry about trying to connect Bluetooth because I'd have to take the camera off my face and go through the menus to do it. I wish they at least come up with a way to do that better. But hey, I love the quality on the camera. It does great in low light and everything else. But we're heading back here. This is Mammoth Cave National Park that I'm pulling into, which is where I'm camping, literally across from Diamond Caves. And could have used some sleeves because it's starting to chill off already. We're probably right at about 70, but I'm getting my Wisconsin blood is running away. I'm staying warm for too long. I've acclimated. So I like the 80-degree weather now, which is weird. But yeah, so if my other recording didn't work, well then this will be my ending. So please like and subscribe and hit the bell and all the thingies and get on some wheels and ride, or at least get out and adventure. If 2 wheels aren't your thing, get 3. If 3 aren't your thing, get 4. If 4's not enough, get 6. If 6 isn't enough, I don't know. Fine, get an 18-wheeler, start driving truck. So either way, have fun, live life, enjoy the ride.